Let's learn how to play I Walk the Line. We're going to learn two different versions. We're going to learn the 1957 Sun Records version and the 1964 Columbia Records version. Like usual, throughout the video I'm going to be showing you the tab, and at the end of the video you're going to see the tab that I created. Below the title it tells you color corresponds to what chords you strum. E is blue, A is red, D is green, and B7 is purple. Below that it says arrows indicate which direction to strum. A little V is down and a little caret is up. And lastly, the song was originally tuned up to F, but I always play it with a capo instead of tuning up, so you can either tune it up to F or play with the capo on the first fret, but regardless it's played the same in relation to wherever you put the capo. So if you put it on, say, the 3rd fret, you're going to play it the same exact way that the tab shows you. One last thing before we start, if you have a Fender Esquire, make sure the selector switch is all the way in the front to give this that dark tone. You can also go to the middle position and roll the tone. So this is open, and that's when you roll the tone off. If you want to play it with the bridge, just the bridge pickup, you can do that too, but the original one had the tone rolled off, or through the capacitor that muds up the sound. Any guitar will do. I have to emphasize this. Any guitar will work. If it has a tone knob, roll the tone off. If you want to play it wide open, play it wide open. It does not matter. But just know the original had a Fender Esquire with the selector switch all the way in the forward position to give that dark tone. So let's get right into it. Like I said, we're only going to learn the intro, and the 1964 version is it's practically the same as the 57 version, but there's a little bit of variation, but we can get to it from the 57 version. So to start, we're going to walk up to an A chord. So open E, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and then open A, and it's red, and we're going to strum once down. So hit the bass note, and then strum. And then your open E, still over an A chord, so we're going to strum once down. Then 2 times on the open A string, 2, 4, and now open D string, and now we're over a D chord, and we're going to strum once down. Open A string, strum down, and then 2nd fret of the D string twice. Then on the A string, 4, 2, and open A, and strum once down. So from there, we walked up to an A chord, walked up to the D chord, and then walked back down to the A chord. From that point you hit the 2nd fret of the D string and strum once down over an A chord. So now we walk down to the E chord, so you're hitting your open A string twice, 4, 2, open on the E string, and on that open note you're playing over an E chord and you're strumming once down, 2nd fret of the A string, over an E chord, strum down, and then 2nd fret of the A string, just hit it. So far we have this. Now going into the B7, we hit the open E string, 2nd fret, open, and now 2nd fret of the A string, we're playing over a B7 and we strum once down, 1st first fret of the D string, still over a B7, strum once down, and now we walk down to our E chord. So second fret of the A string, open, 4-2 open on the E. So walking up to the B7, it's like this. So the entire 57 intro goes like this. And now everywhere you strum, you don't have to strum all the strings. If you want, you can just hit the next two strings, or you could hit just the next string. It's really whatever you want to do. For the 64 intro, pretty much everything is the same. The only difference is when you walk down from the D chord back to the A chord, we're doing a little different variation there. And then when we walk up to the B7, it's also a little different. So we play everything the exact same way until we walk down to the D chord. So now here we're going 3-2 open on the A string. And then we hit the open E string instead of going back up to the second fret of the D string. And you still strum after that. And now you're open A string twice, 4-2 open, and you play the same E chord. And now when we walk up to the B7, we're going open E, second fret. Now we go open A, and now we're in the B7 chord. It'll all make sense in the tab, but that's basically the difference. Anywhere in the tab where you see the little V for the downstroke, if you want to play a downstroke and an upstroke, you can. I've heard it done multiple ways. It's whatever you want to play. There's many different ways you could do the strumming pattern, but this is just a very basic way of how to do it. So like usual, practice, and I'll see you in the next one.